When Greek sculptors carved the ideal body, they weren't documenting athletes, they were engineering citizens. Take Polykleitos' Doryphorus again. Every muscle is balanced, not one, but none are extreme. Nothing bulges, nothing strains. This is deliberate moderation. The body visually communicates self-restraint. Even the contrapposto stance matters. One leg bears weight, the other rests. Action is pulse, control is visible. The body is not performing, it is behaving. That's the real Greek ideal. A body that looks like it will obey reason even under pressure. Now look again at boxer at rest. His nose is flattened, his ears are swollen, blood trickles down his chest. But notice the pose, he is not defeated, he's enduring. The Hellenistic word expanded, fractured, destabilized, and suddenly the body was allowed to register strain. The ideal didn't disappear, it mutated. Strength was no longer moral perfection, it was survival under damage. This is a critical shift. The body becomes a site of experience, not ideology. While Greece chased restrained, ancient Indian art pursued fullness. Look at yakshas and yakshinis, nature spirits carved with rounded bellies, heavy breasts, thick thighs. These bodies are not erotic accidents. They symbolize fertility, prosperity, cosmic generosity. In Hindu and Buddhist sculpture, abundance is sacred. A well-fed body signals harmony with the universe. Even gods like Ganesha and Kubera carry visible weight. Fat is auspicious. This reveals a crucial truth. The ideal body reflects a culture's relationship with scarcity. In abundance-focused cosmologies, fullness equals blessing. Roman verism goes further than wrinkles. Look closely at Republican busts. Eyes are deep set, skin sags, mouths tighten. These faces are not softened by marble, they are sharpened by experience. Romans believed authority came from endurance. The body was evidence of survival in a violent world. This is why Roman elites displayed ancestors in their homes. The aged face was a political credential. Beauty here was not an aspiration, it was proof. As Christianity spreads, flesh becomes suspicious. In early icons, bodies flattened not because artists lacked skills, but because volume implied attachment. Heavy flesh meant desire, desire meant distraction, distraction meant sin. Look at early Christ's elongated torsos, lightweight bodies, almost floating. The less corporeal the body appears, the closer it is to God. The ideal body begins to disappear. In Africa, however, power through mass is present. In many African sculpture traditions, scale equals authority. Consider Yoruba royal figures or Benin bronzes. Heads are oversized, bodies are solid, posture is upright and immovable. These are not naturalistic, these are historical. The head is enlarged because it houses destiny and wisdom. Mass signifies stability, stillness equals control. Thinness would read as weakness. Here, the ideal body does not seduce, it dominates. Medieval saints are stretched as taffy. Long fingers, narrow shoulders, compressed torsos. This is not clumsiness, it is theology. A reduced body suggests spiritual victory over flesh. Hunger is praised. Fasting is virtue. To be thin is to be holy. To be heavy is to be suspicious. The ideal body becomes something you fight against. Traditional Japanese aesthetics approach body indirectly. In high-end period painting, bodies are hidden beneath layers of fabric. Faces are simplified. Emotion is suggested, not shown. Beauty lies in restraint. Excess emotion is vulgar. Excess flesh is unnecessary. Later, Edo period, ukiyo-e presents bodies differently. Elongated necks, small mouths, controlled gestures. The ideal body here is not muscular or thin, it is composed. Control is elegance. The Renaissance studies anatomy obsessively, but only within strict boundaries. Michelangelo's male bodies are powerful yet controlled. Even tension is idealized. Female bodies return, but passive, reclining, available, observed. The Renaissance celebrates flesh, but only flesh that behaves. The body is free as long as it reinforces hierarchy. Mannerism feels wrong because it is wrong. Necks stretched too far, limbs twisted unnaturally, balance feels unstable. This is beauty under pressure. The political and religious certainty of the Renaissance collapses, and the body reflects it. The ideal begins to look stressed. Rubens' bodies don't float, they press into space. Heights touch. Bellies fall, arms feel heavy. Those bodies insist on being alive. In a world of war and death, flesh becomes proof of survival. The ideal body swells because life feels fragile. By the 1800s, the female body becomes a medical project. Doctors describe menstruation, pregnancy, and emotion as weaknesses. Corsets reshape anatomy. Fainting becomes fashionable. Thinness is no longer spiritual, it is fashion. A controlled body is a compliant body because beauty becomes behavior regulation. Sheila's bodies look unfinished because certainty is gone. Limbs jut, skin looks bruised, sexuality feels opposed. These bodies do not reassure, they confront. Modigliani's elongation is not elegance, it is alienation. The ideal body refuses to stabilize. Post-war Japan art often depicts the body as fragile or fragmented. Think of Gutai artists using the body as action, or later photographers emphasizing emptiness and loss. The ideal body disappears again, not for God, but for trauma. In the late 20th century, the body must now demonstrate effort. Muscle tone signals discipline. Fat signals failure. Health becomes aesthetics. Aesthetics become obligation. It is not wellness, it is surveillance. Today's ideal body has no past. No illness, no aging, no childbirth, no gravity. It's smooth because history has been erased. We are no longer chasing ideals from art. We are chasing simulations. Across cultures and centuries, bodies have been prized for opposite reasons. Abundance was sacred, then sinful, then fashionable, then shameful. Strength meant virtue, then threat, then desire, then excess. Which means one thing is certain: the problem was never the body, it was the era judging it. Your body is not outdated, it is simply living under temporary rules. And history tells us what happens to rules. They change, they collapse, they are replaced. But bodies remain.